Just 1 point separates these two teams going into this big derby. Real Madrid, of course, after those back-to-back wins, sit top of La Liga. We'll get the views from the boys in the studio in a moment, but first, let's start with Sid Lowe in Spain. Sid, this is going to be a fascinating match, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, obviously, this is a derby that has got so much better in the Diego Simeone era. It became a game that really didn't matter. Well, not that it didn't matter, but it became a game that Real Madrid knew they would win too easily. Of course, they went 14 years without losing to Atletico Madrid, 25 consecutive derbies. Remember that very famous banner held up by Real Madrid fans as if it was a classified advert. It said, "Wanted, a worthy rival for a decent derby." Well, they've got a decent derby now, faced each other twice in European Cup finals. Atletico Madrid won on the Copa del Rey against Real Madrid. And this summer, as well, Atletico Madrid, of course, have had a huge overhaul of a squad. They've spent a lot of money, although in net terms they've actually recuperated a lot of money. They have a new-look side, and this looks like it could be really quite interesting.
It should be interesting, shouldn't it, boys?
Yeah. I mean, they've spent a lot of money at Atletico Madrid, and as Sid pointed out in his column...
You read his column?
His piece.
Wow.
It popped up on my computer. There was a glitch.
Gab is going to be so jealous.
Yep.
I'm not getting into another spat with Gab this weekend. When you pay 120 odd million for one of the up-and-coming players in Europe, that's a statement in itself, because he probably could have went to been a lot of suitors after him. When you make the big changes that they made with the senior players, particularly in the defensive positions that have gone, that's a big statement of intent. They haven't started as well as I thought they would have, but really nobody has. You know, none of the real three that we think are going to be there at the end have. Real Madrid have had their glitch, and now they're top of the league. But I honestly think Atletico Madrid are in a better state of mind going into this game. I know Real went to Sevilla last week, got the win, played a lot better. Sevilla didn't have a shot on goal. I get all that. I just feel Atletico Madrid at home, with their attacking presence and their I think, a more dynamic midfield, are good enough to win this derby.
We know how Atleti have approached this game in the past with the old guard that Craig mentioned. Keep it tight, keep it dirty, frustrate Real Madrid and maybe nick a goal. You can't do that now, can you, with this new look Atleti, or can you?
Well, that's the inner struggle for Diego Simeone, and we've addressed that in the show before, where you think naturally that's what he wants: the grinding, the suffering, the pain, and embracing all of that, and somehow making it into a result that is positive for Atletico Madrid. And yet the personnel doesn't match that. And that's, I think, why Atletico Madrid, to some degree, have had a sort of a slow start to the season, because they really had an opportunity to create some separation because of the struggles of Real Madrid and Barcelona. And yet, you find an Atletico Madrid team that's sort of in between, that wants to let these attacking players be free and do what they do best, and yet the mentality of the club over the last, I would say, 5 or 6 years, it has been, you know what? We're going to keep it tight, and we're going to fight, and we're going to struggle, and we're going to foul people, and somebody's going to get thrown out of the game, and it's going to be physical and difficult and so on and so forth. Well, that's not the reality now. And so here's an opportunity, and a real opportunity for Atletico Madrid, because you're playing against a frail, vulnerable, exposed Real Madrid. But this version of Real Madrid that is frail, and is exposed, and is vulnerable, it's also in first place right now. So as critical as we have been of Real Madrid, here they are, top of the league. And yet, you feel like Atletico Madrid would be favourites going into this match.
Sevilla got the goal last week. Real Madrid got the goal. And I know Sevilla didn't have any shots on target. Well, one that was offside, called back. But Sevilla got that goal Real Madrid got the goal. No, at a time when Sevilla,
he's older now.
Yeah,
when Sevilla were putting them on the back foot, and Real Madrid were starting to look a little bit tired, and Sevilla were pushing. Then they got the goal. I think they'll come under a lot more pressure this week than they did last week. One of the things Sid talks about in his pieces, the full-backs, particularly Kieran Trippier, about getting forward and whipping good balls in. I didn't think he had his best season last year at Tottenham, and I was quite surprised when he made this move and they came in for him. But actually, it's like a little bit of a fresh lease of life for him. His performance has improved, his confidence has grown. It's not easy to go into a big club like that, into a different league, a different country. And he's almost another outlet for them down that right-hand side. And when he's on form, he's a very, very good crosser of the ball, which is always an added element to have.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.